I need to know everything you know about the Winter Hill Gang, and specifically what you know about your former boss and now fugitive, James Whitey Bulger.
Let's start.
Hello, everybody. What the flick? William Bibiani here, the wonderful Christy Lemire, the wonderful Alonzo Duralde, they okay me. We are reviewing Black Mass, which I didn't get to see because I was at the Toronto International Film Festival, so take it away.
Oh, really? It was showing at the Toronto International
I
Film
know.
Festival.
I had to prioritize things that weren't already coming out in a week.
Fair
so
enough.
it's kind of a pointless thing.
All right, so Whitey Bulger, the recently captured longtime fugitive. These are sort of what made him a fugitive. He was a Boston crime boss. And in a plot twist you wouldn't believe if it wasn't actually true, somebody that he grew up with in Southie was an FBI agent, and the two worked together to to wipe out the Italian mob in Boston. But their arrangement to do so meant that the Irish mob ran roughshod over everything. Take a look.
In the beginning, Jim was a small-town player. He's a very smart, disciplined man. Take your shot, but make it your best. Because I get up, I eat you. And the next thing you know, he's a damn kingpin. You know why? Because the FBI let it happen.
I grew up with Jimmy and his brother Billy, the senator. And that is a bond that doesn't get broken. Your brother is wading into some very dark waters. Jimmy's business is Jimmy's business. We all need friends. Even Jimmy. Even you. We get the FBI to fight our wars, and we do whatever we want to do. For success. Just getting started.
Till it's gone.
Boom!
I jump to the sky for my people. I walk through the
Bulger's playing us. Making a fool of the Bureau.
We're in too deep. And he knows it. Come around me telling me I changed.
God help us.
How come no one has nailed Whitey Bulger? He seems to be involved in every crime in the city, and yet the Bureau keeps saying he's clean.
Well, what's Bulger done?
What's he done? Everything.
So much has been made about the fact that Johnny Depp is actually acting for once and not just doing like the, ooh, aren't I adorable thing from every Tim Burton movie he's made.
To be fair, he is adorable.
He is so adorable, but his makeup is so distracting in this the entire time. And I think you wouldn't know, if you didn't know it was Johnny Depp, you might not know it's Johnny Depp, but the person that you're watching is clearly not an actual person. It's so distracting with the eyes and the putty on the face.
I disagree.
You think it's good this time?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's another Johnny Depp in makeup role, but for me, after a scene or two, it disappeared, and I was just watching this guy.
No, the eyes were creepy. I'm like looking at his eyes, going.
I thought the eyes
like
were supposed to be creepy. I mean, he seemed like a dead inside kind of guy. So you know, so Johnny Depp is Whitey Bulger, and Joel Edgerton plays his childhood buddy. And then and another twist you wouldn't believe if it weren't actually true. Whitey Bulger's brother, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, is a Massachusetts state senator.
Yes. And then he goes on to be the head of UMass, and then he gets kicked out because he was talking to his brother. Yeah, so it's all very incestuous. Yes.
So you know, I thought this was an interesting movie. It's directed by Scott Cooper, who did Crazy Heart and Out of the Furnace. Yes. And you know, I think it's hard to do a '70s mob movie at this point.
The standard is way up here.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Impossible,
and it just sort of feels like, how do you tell that story in a way that hasn't been told a million times before? And what I thought was interesting about this was the idea that the FBI kind of willingly became handmaiden to this guy, you know, in the idea of getting rid of these other bad guys. It actually links with Sicario, which we'll be talking about this week, in terms of the government working with one bad guy to get rid of another bad guy. And so in a sense, these are all sort of post 9/11 movies. Right. You know, it's the Osama bin Laden story, really, if you want to think about it that way.
Even though this takes place in like the late 70s and early 80s, mid 80s, right?
Yes, but we're telling it now in terms of, and this it's a thing we do, you know, even though it never works.
But it also reminds me of, we talked about Everest a little bit ago, and like the all-star cast, and it's like the Love Boat. So here it's the mob boat. You have Johnny Depp, you have Joel Edgerton, you have
Dakota Johnson,
Benedict Cumberbatch, you have Kevin Bacon, you have Adam Scott, you have
Juno Temple.
Yeah, briefly.
There's a lot of people that don't get enough to do. Like Adam Scott, great 70s mustache. That's about all he does in this movie.
Right, this is the second movie in a row where he gets to have a bad mustache after sleeping with other people. But yeah, and it does feel kind of like it skims the surface quite a bit, right? And I don't think you ever truly understand what makes Whitey Bulger a sociopath beyond the fact that everyone keeps saying he's a sociopath. Like, what makes him tick? What drives him?
I mean, I'd say you see him behave like a sociopath.
Right. But do you understand him? Do you feel like beyond watching him behave horribly, do you understand what drives him?
I don't know that I was
I
necessarily expecting a psychological portrait, which you're right, we don't get. But
it's not terribly deep.
No,
he just does bad shit.
But I thought it was interesting. I liked the look of the film, and that I thought it wasn't trying to ape Goodfellas, which is I think the trap that a lot of these movies kind of fall into.
Stylistically, you mean? Trying to look like it?
Yeah, totally. And I don't know. I did sort of feel a genuine sense of place the way that they portray South Boston, and the way that, you know, like he's that sort of classic, like the old ladies in the neighborhood all love him, and you know he runs a tight ship, but obviously, you know, lets things get out. Oh, Peter Sarsgaard, another person who does not much to do. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but I was never bored by it. I found it kind of engaging, and I really appreciated the fact that Depp was bothering to give a real performance, because it's been a while.
I wonder if he's missed it too. I wonder if it's like he's contractually obligated to do all these like shitty Disney movies, and now he wants to dig deep again.
I wonder if he's hearing, because a lot of people are having a similar conversation. Oh, Depp is acting again. I wonder how he feels about that conversation. And like, I tried, guys. What the hell?
What the hell? Yeah, it's just like, you know, after fucking Mordecai and Dark Shadows and stuff, it's just like, ugh. So I found him really effectively sort of chilling in this.
But Joel Edgerton, I think, steals it out from underneath him. He's
really?
Yeah, I do. I think he's so much more interesting, has so much more complicated stuff to play. I think Johnny Depp, for all his menace, is kind of a little one note in his menace. Joel Edgerton has a lot of different things to play off of, and a lot of different challenges and obstacles.
I didn't buy him as much, frankly.
No?
At least, I don't know if it's just the Boston accent or what. There's something about Joel Edgerton that he's one of those people that I forget who he is from movie to movie, and not in the good way.
No, The Gift. Have you seen The Gift?
I haven't seen The Gift. I need to see The Gift. I know. I hear that's great.
Between this and The Gift, it's like a good month to be Joel Edgerton.
I don't know. I thought he was okay, but Julianne Nicholson. I liked her as his wife.
Nolan's accent made me cringe. I will say this.
Yeah, not even Cumberbatch.
It's had to do. The accent, yes. And people didn't get it wrong. And they're all like Australian or English or something.
True.
And they're all doing it okay, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, I think
it's fine.
It is fine.
It's just great.
Yes, I'll give you that. It doesn't rewrite the mob picture, but it's a good sit.
Yeah. But if we're comparing it to Goodfellas, no, it does not try to mimic it stylistically, but it also lacks like the passion and the verb and like the passion and artistry at once of telling this kind of story that is really gripping.
I guess I found the whole, just sort of the strange bedfellowsness of it all, the whole idea of the FBI and this mobster kind of being in cahoots. Just an interesting story, and just the way that it plays out and the ramifications of what it means to do that, and what's allowed to evolve under that devil's bargain. I found that stuff pretty interesting.
Okay, then what's your number then?
I give it 8.5.
I'm saying 6.2. It was fine. So our average is 7.5. It's at 76% on the tomato meter. Go see Johnny Depp act. Bye.
Neat.